As temperatures in the city continue to grow, are we in for a September heat wave? I'll have the very latest advice on how to stay cool in the capital as a health heat alert comes into force.
Now, after a rainy August, there will be many sun worshippers grateful to see the rising temperatures. Today in Southend, businesses who rely on visitors to the beach say the good weather is welcome, but it has come a bit too late. One hotel we spoke to is 30% down on takings from last summer. Sam Holder has more.
Especially by the seaside, the weather's like, I'm finding a good adjective. Scorching.
Scorching it is, and this is what the Southend tourist industry has been hoping for all summer. But it's come at the most frustrating time, the week where many children have gone back to school.
Pity the kids are going back. They've had a bit of a bum deal really with the weather during the school holidays. But no, this is beautiful.
Luckily, I don't have any kids at school age, so for me, it's a pretty nice day. It's not too busy today.
So it's kind of worked out perfectly for you.
It has.
The glorious sunshine has come too late for the Adventure Island theme park. It's now closed on weekdays for the autumn.
The kids have just gone back to school now, and then Monday morning the sun shines. We're hitting 80 degrees, for this week. It's quite amazing. We haven't had weather like that all the way through the 6 weeks holiday, which is a key area we depend on.
Seeing as I was the only guest in the entire park, it would be rude not to check out the rides. If you cast your mind back to June, it was one of the hottest on record, followed by one of the wettest Julys. It really has been a summer of ups and downs. The unpredictable nature making it incredibly hard for the tourism industry to plan. Adventure Island had to cut ticket prices to try to get people through the gates during the damp spells, and hotels have seen far less bookings this summer. Here, numbers have been down by 30%.
Yeah, obviously with the COVID and the rail strikes, that hasn't really helped us a lot.
It's been a difficult year anyway.
It has. So we're sort of break even, really. But hopefully by next year things will be better.
So this year the hope is really just to not lose money?
Yes. Yeah.
But the hotel is set to be full by the end of the week. And tourists, especially families with younger children, have been flocking to the seafront today, buying ice creams and going out for lunch. This final flurry of warm weather, a chance for a bit of relief for the industry after a tough summer. Sam Holder, ITV News.
Now, you probably don't need me to tell you that it's been heating up this week and temperatures are set to keep rising in what's shaping up to be a September heatwave. This was some of our parks today. And this afternoon, an amber heat health warning came into force. Well, Thomas McGill is in Greenwich Park this evening with more on that. Hi there, Thomas.
Yes, Riz. Well, Greenwich Park is absolutely packed at the moment. Loads of people on the banks enjoying the last of the summer sun. And that's because it has been described as unseasonably high, these temperatures at the moment. 30 degrees yesterday and today, and 32 perhaps tomorrow. And that's why a heat health alert has been issued by the UK Health Security Agency. Earlier, that was upgraded to amber. So what does that mean? Well, it's worth saying, first of all, this is very different from when the Met Office issue a heat wave. This is really for healthcare professionals so that they can plan how to deal with people during these hot temperatures. There's 4 categories coming up on the screen at the moment, from red, which is the most serious, through to green. And as I mentioned, we were upgraded to amber, which is the second most serious alert earlier this afternoon, which means that the hot weather could affect the whole population, the NHS, and is very likely to cause disruption to traffic. And a date for your diary, as it stands at the moment, this alert is in place until 9 o'clock on Sunday night, all off the back too of what some might describe as bad weather in the summer, unusually colder and wetter July than average, and then a record hot June for us. So earlier I asked our weather presenter Kate Kinsella how unusual are these scorching temperatures for September.
Well, it could be a potentially record-breaking week of weather here in London this week, with the greatest number of consecutive days where the temperature reaches 30 Celsius or above. Now, the last time this happened, just to say how rare it is, was 2016, where we had 3 consecutive days. So this week it's set to be more. And before that, it was 1911. So it really could be a very unusual week of weather.
And those temperatures can make for some uncomfortable nights as well in bed. So especially if you live in one of these tower blocks, these really new, very heavily insulated, glazed flats. And earlier I spoke to an expert who deals with that, who gave us some advice on how to stay cool and the reasons why these places get so hot.
The reason that flats are at higher risk of overheating is because they tend to be single facade in terms of their windows. So they have a single balcony with sliding doors and no other windows in the home. What this means is that even though you open that all the way, what you really want is the ability to do cross-flow ventilation. So you want windows open on one side of the home and on the other side of the home to allow wind to flow through. And when flats don't have that, then they just can't purge the air of the daytime heat.
Well, Riz, as the sun's just starting to go down over Greenwich Park, there's a lovely breeze in the air here, which is perhaps what's brought most of the people out here tonight before they head back to those very hot homes this evening. But don't worry, if you missed getting out and about today, well, it's going to be here for quite a few days to come. Riz.
On the very light southeasterly wind from the near continent, temperatures are likely to peak at 31 or even 32 degrees Celsius again for central and for western spots of the capital. A very uncomfortable night for sleeping, sticky and muggy on Wednesday night into Thursday. Thursday, more of the same.